crime documentary, Emily Carter, 26, is engrossed, a half-eaten pad that on her lap. Her remote work laptop, its screen dark, sits silently on a nearby table, a symbol of her day's end. A sudden, almost unconscious urge pulls her from the sofa, a subtle shift in her relaxed demeanor. She crosses to the front door, her movements precise as she double-checks the lock, a deeply ingrained habit. A slight shiver runs down her spine, a fleeting chill contrasting sharply with the mundane comfort of her apartment. Returning to the screen, Emily settles back, the flickering light once again illuminating her thoughtful face. In her kitchen, Emily meticulously arranges takeout containers in the refrigerator, her movements precise and unhurried. Her phone, resting on the sleek countertop, vibrates with a sudden urgency, demanding her attention. A flicker of confusion crosses Emily's face as she stares at the screen, her own name and photo staring back at her. She dismisses the unsettling anomaly with a slight shake of her head, attributing it to a mere glitch. In her living room, Emily stands bathed in the soft, eerie glow of a table lamp, casting long, dancing shadows. She holds her phone with a cautious grip, her fingers tracing its cold surface as a silent call timer ticks. Her brow furrows, initial amusement replaced by a chilling unease as she pulls the phone away. A tentative hello escapes her lips, piercing the oppressive silence of the room. Only the faint, slow sound of breathing answers, a sinister presence on the other end of the line. In her apartment, Emily, visibly unnerved, raises the phone to her ear, her hand trembling slightly. Her eyes are wide with disbelief, a cold dread washing over her as she speaks. Hello? A whisper, unmistakably her own, cuts through the chilling silence on the other end. A chilling, unknown voice echoes her own intonation, urging, "Don't hang up." Emily's grip tightens on the phone, her knuckles white as the eerie voice continues. Her face pales, reflecting the terror of hearing her own voice twisted into something sinister. In Emily's silent living room, a chilling voice, an echo of her own, whispers, "I found you." Emily's breath catches, her eyes wide with a terrifying mix of fear and confusion. Her hand trembles, clutching her phone as she demands, "Who is this?" Heavy, deliberate breathing fills the air, as the voice chillingly declares, "I'm closer than you think." In her cramped living room, Emily paces with frantic energy, a palpable fear emanating from her every move. Her trembling fingers fumble with the phone, desperately trying to dial her best friend, Jessica. A chilling whisper escapes her lips, laden with terror. "He knows where I live." The phone presses to her ear, a lifeline to hope against an unseen threat. In Emily's apartment, shadows dance, barely pierced by a lamp's soft glow, as Jessica's voice echoes from the phone. Emily clutches her phone, knuckles white, her eyes darting nervously towards the dark hallway. Jessica's voice, tinny and urgent, pierces the silence. "Emily, calm down. What's going on? Who did you see?" Emily's words tumble out, a jumbled mess of unseen fear. "I saw him." Jessica presses. "Where?" Emily whispers. "In the hallway." Her gaze fixed on the menacing darkness. In the silent hallway of her apartment, Emily stands frozen, her eyes darting across the empty space as her breath hitches. A small monitor in her hand displays a security camera feed from the building, its timestamp eerily reading 9:15 p.m. The screen shows the hallway, utterly deserted, a stark contrast to her own unsettling perception. The undeniable record of the camera hangs heavy in the air, clashing with Emily's reality, creating a chilling tension. In the dim bedroom, Emily's fingers fly across her phone screen, each tap a frantic burst of energy. Her eyes, wide with desperation, are fixed on the glowing display, reflecting an inner turmoil. She sends a text message, the act itself a desperate plea in the quiet night. The message, stark and chilling, hangs on the screen for a moment, a silent declaration. The words, "If I disappear, it wasn't me," appear on the screen, a chilling testament, a silent plea for understanding, a desperate message sent into the void. In her dimly lit kitchen, Emily's pale face is etched with fear as she meticulously wraps her phone in paper towels. Her hands, trembling with a controlled precision, move with a ritualistic, desperate urgency. She carefully tucks the bundled phone deep inside the dark, dusty recess of the kitchen vent. A complex blend of terror and grim resolve hardens her expression as she conceals her secret. At 10:03 p.m., Emily emerges from her apartment building, a figure of calm, measured neutrality. High above, a security camera impassively records her departure, a silent, unblinking eye in the night. The stark footage reveals her solitary form, devoid of company, free from any visible distress. She walks with unwavering purpose, vanishing into the suburban night, a ghost in the shadows. Golden sunlight streams into Emily's apartment, illuminating dust motes dancing in the unnervingly still air. The living room, usually bustling, is now shrouded in an unnatural, heavy silence. Hidden within the vent, Emily's phone vibrates with insistent urgency, displaying her boss's name. Its silent plea for attention goes unheard, lost in the apartment's profound and eerie quiet. Jessica's car glides to a halt, a deep furrow etched between her brows, a silent testament to her unease. Emily's car sits in its usual spot, untouched, a stark reminder of her absence. Jessica's gaze drifts upwards to Emily's apartment window, seeking a sign, a flicker of light. The windows remain dark, an ominous void against the daytime sky. A cold wave of foreboding washes over Jessica, a chilling premonition of what might be. Jessica steps into Emily's apartment, the air heavy and still, a palpable quiet hanging in the silence. Her eyes scan the room, immediately catching a kitchen chair angled subtly wrong, a disquieting detail. A cabinet door is left ajar, an unsettling sign in the otherwise orderly space. The bathroom light glows, a forgotten beacon, adding to the growing sense of unease within her. An overwhelming feeling of displacement washes over Jessica, the apartment feeling profoundly wrong to her. Sunlight streams into Emily's apartment, illuminating its meticulous order, an unsettling contrast to the unfolding mystery. Police officers move with quiet intensity, their uniforms a stark presence as they meticulously examine every surface. A gloved hand checks the window, confirming it's locked from the inside, adding to the perplexing nature of the scene. The front door reveals no signs of forced entry, deepening the enigma of Emily's disappearance. Emily's purse, laptop, and wallet sit untouched on a table, a chilling tableau of an interrupted life. The only missing item is her phone, a silent testament to the void where Emily herself should be. In a stark interview room, a single bare bulb casts harsh shadows on Jessica's pale, drawn face as she sits opposite the detective. Her voice trembles as she recounts the terrifying phone call. "Emily called me. She was frantic, absolutely terrified." Jessica's eyes widen with the memory. She kept repeating, "I saw him," and then, in the hallway. The detective, his expression unreadable, scribbles notes, asking without looking up, "And who is him?" Jessica shakes her head, the terror still fresh. She didn't say, just "him," over and over. In the stark evidence room, a lone investigator is transfixed by a monitor, his face illuminated by the screen's glow. He freezes the security footage, revealing Emily's calm departure from her apartment building at 10:03 p.m. His gaze shifts to another screen, where a log details Emily's phone connecting to her apartment's Wi-Fi. The timestamp on the log precisely matches Emily's exit, a chilling synchronicity. A deep furrow appears on his brow, a silent testament to the unsettling contradiction he has uncovered. The investigator's mind races, piecing together the fragments of a perplexing puzzle. Police officers meticulously search Emily's kitchen, their movements precise and deliberate. A glint of metal deep within the ventilation system catches an officer's eye, a hidden secret waiting to be found. Carefully, they extract a small object, tightly wrapped in crinkled paper towels. Unveiled, Emily's phone emerges, its presence a silent, critical piece of evidence. The phone, now a crucial exhibit, lies on the sterile counter, a silent witness to unseen events. In the sterile evidence room, a sleek smartphone sits, an investigator's focused gaze fixed on its screen. His fingers deftly navigate to a voice recording, a file labeled 10:06 p.m. standing out ominously. A profound, unsettling silence fills the room, stretching for 3 agonizing minutes after he presses play. Then, slow, deliberate footsteps echo from the phone, a chilling prelude to what's to come. A beat of silence, then Emily's soft, chilling voice fills the air. "I told you not to hang up." Across countless screens, news headlines scream. Local woman disappears. Unexplained vanishing. A chilling echo. Emily's smiling portrait, once vibrant, now hauntingly dominates every news report, a face of national concern. Her image, broadcast repeatedly, transforms from a sensation to a symbol of fading hope. Days bleed into weeks, then months, as the initial fervor of the case slowly recedes into the background. Leads dry up, leaving a void, as the media's relentless focus shifts, abandoning Emily's story. Her once prominent disappearance now fades into obscurity, a tragic whisper lost to the relentless churn of time. 6 months later, Jessica's bedroom is cloaked in shadow, illuminated only by the city's distant, indifferent glow. Jessica lies tangled in sheets, her sleep, a fragile piece, shattered by the jarring ring of her phone. Her eyes snap open, confusion and alarm warring in their depths as she fumbles for the insistent device. The screen's harsh light reveals Emily, a name that ignites a frantic drumbeat in Jessica's chest. Hope and terror twist her features, a silent battle raging as she stares at the glowing name. With a shaky breath, Jessica answers, plunging into the unknown that Emily's call promises. In her bedroom's dim light, Jessica clutches her phone, tears streaking her face, her knuckles white with fear. A single tear falls as Jessica whispers, "Emily?" into the receiver, her voice trembling with desperation. A slow, deliberate breathing amplifies through the speaker, a chilling response to Jessica's plea. Emily's chilling whisper cuts through the silence. "I'm still here," Jessica demands. "Where?" "Not where you think," Emily's voice replies, sending shivers down Jessica's spine as she frantically searches the room. The call abruptly disconnects, leaving Jessica in a terrifying silence, Emily's voice echoing in her ears. In the sterile evidence room, a detective's brow furrows as he meticulously examines Emily's phone, dark and inert in its bag. The phone, a silent enigma, rests on a cold metal table, a printed report lying beside it. His eyes scan the document, a deep sense of bewilderment washing over his face. He stares at the inactive device, a silent question hanging in the air. 3 years vanish, marked by the silent passage of time, a haunting echo of what once was. Suddenly, Emily's number flickers to life, a ghost in the machine, registered anonymously. A new phone, yet the same familiar number, a chilling link to the past. Once every few months, a text message arrives, always for Jessica, always in the dead of night. The screen glows with the immutable, haunting words, "Don't hang up." In her dimly lit apartment, Jessica sits on the sofa, the city lights casting long shadows across her face. Her phone vibrates on the coffee table, its screen illuminating with the name Emily, a beacon in the gloom. Jessica stares, her expression a haunting blend of fear, sorrow, and a fragile, lingering hope. The phone rings again, its shrill sound shattering the silence, a question hanging heavy in the air. Will she answer the call that promises both pain and a glimmer of light?